So now question number 5. A committee of 8 persons you are given. So the total number of objects equals to 8 here. We want to choose a chairman and vice chairman. So how many positions? 2 positions. So how many ways this can be done? So total number of ways, total ways of doing this is 8p2. Straightforward, you can write 8p2. You want to arrange 2 out of 8. Use the formula 8 factorial upon 8 minus 2 factorial, which is 6 factorial. So you can write 8 into 7 into 6 factorial upon 6 factorial. So this will get cancelled. So we have 56 here. So there are 56 ways to select the chairperson and vice chairperson from committee of 8 persons, remember. The same question you can just explain like this. There are 2 positions. So first position can be filled up 8 ways because there are 8 members. Now 1 you already selected. So now you are left with 7. So this can be done in 7 ways. So by counting principle, total ways equals to product of these 2, that is 8 into 7, which is 56. So there are 56 ways to select chairman and vice chairman from a committee of 8 persons, remember. Okay, question number 6, that's just based on formula only. The question is get the value of n. There is a question. n minus 1 p 3 is to np4 equals to 1 is to 9 you are given. This is given to us. Is to means you know ratio. So I'll just express in form of ratio n minus 1 p3 upon np4 equals to 1 by 9. Fine. Now let's simplify here. I'm just simplifying. What is this? Use NPR formula. So n factorial means n minus 1 factorial upon this minus this. What's the formula for NPR? You know NPR is given by n factorial upon this minus this, n minus r factorial, you know it. So here what I'll get? n minus 1 minus 3, which is n minus 4 factorial, upon this one, that is n factorial here, and denominator of the denominator becomes numerator, n minus 4 factorial, equals to here 1 by 9. So obviously here this will get cancelled. What about this 2? You know that this is a bigger factorial, and bigger factorial always you can express in form of smaller factorial. So these I'll write n into, now I have 1 less, n minus 1 factorial because I need this much. Numerator is already having n minus 1 factorial. So this will get cancelled. So 1 upon n equals to 1 by 9. So therefore n equals to 9. Fine. Okay. Next question. Question number 7. Let's do 7th question. 7th first. You are asked to find r. Question is get r. That's the question. You are given this much. What's given to us? 5pr equals to 2 times 6pr minus 1. This is given to us. So formula is same. Use NPR formula. What is NPR formula here? NPR equals to n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Let's use this. So here 5 factorial upon 5 minus r factorial equals to this 2 as it is. What is this? 6 factorial upon 6 minus this. So it's like this, remember. 6 minus r minus 1 the whole factorial. it's like this. So this minus minus will be plus, remember. So this is 7 minus r factorial. I hope this is clear to you. This minus this, remember. So 6 minus r minus 1. So if you open the bracket, this will be plus. So 6 plus 1, 7. Okay. Now here, what we do is, concept is same everywhere. 6 factorial can be expressed in form of 5 factorial. So I'll keep 5 factorial as it is here. This 2 as it is. 6 factorial, I can write 6 into 1 less 5. I need, so I'll write and I'll put the factorial, you know it. Fine. Now out of these two, you know that which is bigger factorial? That we know. This is a bigger factorial. So I'll keep this one as it is. 5 minus r factorial I'll keep as it is. 7 minus r, you write 1 less, 7 minus 1. So 6 minus r, अभी तक ये नहीं आया. You write और एक less लिखो. तो 6 minus 1 which is 5 minus r. अब ये वाला expression आ गया. We stop and we write factorial. So now this will get cancelled with this. 5 factorial will get cancelled with this. So you are left with here. This is just 1. This is 12 upon 7 minus r into 6 minus r. So you have 7 minus r into 6 minus r equals to 12. Now what we do? We just expand and factorize. So r into r square. Then here minus 13r plus 42 equals to 12. So r square minus 13r plus 30 equals to 0. So obviously here factors are r minus 10, 10 3s are 30, and r minus 3. Simple factorization. So either r is 10 or 3, remember. Now here obviously r equals to 10 is not possible. Can you think why this is not possible? Why? Because this number of objects is always less than this. Out of 5 you are selecting some or all of given objects. So 5 में से आप 10 select नहीं कर सकते. 6 में से 10 रखेंगे तो 9 select नहीं कर सकते. तो this is not possible. Reason? Because r has to be less than or equal to 5. So therefore r equals to 3 is the required value. This is the required value. Okay. Second same question, you can do it. We go to now question number 8. Let me go to 8th question. What's that question? Read the question, you will realize. Such questions you should read twice. How many words can be formed? Total words. Words, combination of letters. Now when we say word, it means it should have some definite meaning, but here it is written with or without meaning. Meaning हो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं. कैसे आप words form करेंगे? Using the letters of the word equation. So here words from the equation, that is E, Q, U, A, T, I, O, N. You have this many letters, remember, using the letters of the word equation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 letters, remember, n equals to 8, number of objects. There are how many letters? Here, there are 8 letters in the given word. Okay. Now what you want to do? You want to use all the letters exactly one. That means आपको सब साथ में select करना है. 8 objects हैं, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and you want to select all at a time. So how many ways this can be done? 8p8, take all together, which is 8 factorial, right? So therefore total words using all the letters of the given word equation equals to 8 8p8, which is 8 factorial. Understood? You know npn is n factorial. ये आप जानते हैं. What is npn? We already noted somewhere. What is npn? You know it is n factorial. Fine. So you have 8 factorial. Now what's the value of 8 factorial? You can just calculate it. It is 8 into 7 into so on. It is 40,320, you know. So this many words. It's difficult to believe, but it's true. Remember, all these are the number of words that can be formed using the letters of the word permutation here. 3, 6 and 8. So 8p8. Remember 8 factorial. Okay. I hope you are clear with this. Now next question. Question number 9 here. The 9th question. How many words with or without meaning can be formed using the letters of the word Monday? No letter being repeated, remember here, that's given. Okay, so here given word is this Monday. So M-O-N-T-A-Y. How many letters? 6. So your number of objects equals to 6. Okay. Total number of objects equals to 6. What's the first question? Using 4 letters at a time. That means आपका R कितना हो गया? 4. So now this is a straight formula, remember. Right? So using 4 letters, total words equals to, how do we do this? Total 6 objects taking 4 at a time. So it is, total 6 objects taking 4 at a time. So it is just 6p4. Agreed? Now what is 6p4? You know it is 6 factorial upon 6 minus 4. What is that? It is just 2 factorial. 6 factorial आपको पता है, you know 6 factorial, you can simplify. So 6 factorial is, that's a standard value. You should know at least up to 6 factorial. 720 by 2. So we'll get the 360. So 360 words can be formed using 4 letters out of the 6 letters. You could have done like this also, remember, or this just for your information. आपने ऐसा किया होगा तो भी right होगा. Just I'm showing you. How many positions you want to fill up? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Using how many letters? 6. So this can be filled up how many ways? 6 ways. एक लेटर चला गया. This can be filled up how many ways? 5 ways. 2 लेटर चला गया. This can be filled up how many ways? 4 ways. 3 चला गया. 1, 2, 3. 3 चला गया. So now next how many ways? 3 ways. So therefore by counting principle, this is another way of doing the same question. By counting principle, total words equals to product of all 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. This is 30 and this is 12. 30 into 12. So 12 3 is 36, so 360. Choice is yours, right? But this should not be used blindly. Remember, जब भी आप 6p formula use करो तब कोई condition नहीं होनी चाहिए. But this is very commonly used technique. आप ऐसे करो exam में, ऐसा लिखो. Both are absolutely correct. Remember, don't worry. The way you feel easier, you can use it. Okay. Now here there are 3 sub questions. We go to second sub question. Second sub question is too trivial. Read the second sub question. What's the second sub question? All letters are used at a time. So R equals to 6. Sab साथ में लेना है. It's like previous question, 8th question. So in that case, total words equals to, आपने सब साथ में ले लिया. तो ये कितनी position fill up करना है? 6. So it is as per the formula 6p6. Which is how much? 6 factorial. So what we'll get here? 720. So 720 words can be formed using all the letters of the word Monday. 720 words can be formed using all the letters of the word Monday, then you can have M here and O here and so on, different arrangements. I hope this is clear to you now. Okay. Now, third sub question. All letters are used, but the first letter should be vowel. First fixed कर दिया यहाँ पे third sub question में. Now ये Monday में vowels कितने हैं? Given vowels. You know A, I, O, U are 5 vowels. But यहाँ पे हमारे पास जो word है उसमें कितने vowels है? One is O and the other one is A. There are only 2 vowels. हम लोग को तो Monday में से ही लेना है. There are total 5 vowels. अब यहाँ पे blindly वो NPR formula use नहीं कर सकते. All letters are used. कितने letters है? 6. So आपको 6 positions fill up करना है. But here it is fixed that given that the first position should be filled up by what? The first position should be filled up by what? Vowels. How many vowels are there? 2. So ये आप ये लिखो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. So this can be done 2 ways only. ये position fixed हो गया using O और A. इस ये जगह पे आपको और कोई पॉसिबिलिटी लेना नहीं है. आपको M भी नहीं लेना है, N भी नहीं लेना है, एंड सो ऑन. नाउ कोई भी एक लेटर चला गया. टोटल लेटर्स कितना है? 6. सो नाउ अब दैट P फॉर्मूला कैन बी यूज्ड. रिमेंबर कितने पोजीशंस है? 5. एक लेटर ले लिया, बचा कितना? 5. सो दिस रिमेनिंग 5 पोजीशंस हियर, रिमेनिंग 5 पोजीशंस यूजिंग रिमेनिंग 5 लेटर्स. एक तो ले लिया ना, कोई भी ओ लिया या ए लिया, एक ले लिया. रिमेनिंग 5 लेटर्स कैन बी डन इन 5P5 वेज. राइट. अब कोई कंडीशन नहीं है, आप कोई भी फ्रीली यूज कर सकते. सो देयरफॉर टोटल वर्ड्स इक्वल्स टू, नाउ यूज द काउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल. दिस इज 2 ways. And means into 5P5. Now 2 into what is 5P5? You know 5 factorial. What is 5 factorial? That's 120. So here you will get the 240. So 240 words can be formed in which the first letter would be a vowel. Remember, like this. Just this not important. I'm just like you can have O here. For example, O. तो यहाँ पे कुछ भी हो सकता है. M, N, D, A, Y. Then you can have A here. Then M, N, D, A, Y. Then you can have here, for example, O. यहाँ पे आप N, M लिख दो. N, M, D, Y, A. Then you can have O here. N, M. Then I can write D, A, Y, something like this. ऐसा if you keep on doing like this, so कितना लिस्ट बनेगा? 240. It's difficult to list, remember. इतना बड़ा लिस्ट बनेगा. Permutation means arrangements of letters of the word Monday. First position पे either A or A होना चाहिए. That's the condition. You have such a big list, remember. It is. And this is the exact number, remember. Okay, fine. Now the last 2 questions, question number 10 and 11, if you just read these 2 questions, there in the given letter you have a repetition of the letters. Earlier all examples, if you just notice that Monday question, here given all letters are distinct, you see, no letter being repeated within this. All letters are distinct. Distinct means different. एक भी अंदर repetition नहीं है. But आप next question देखेंगे, Mississippi, the number of letters are being repeated, remember. अंदर repetition है. Like in Mississippi, S repeated 4 times, I repeated 4 times, P repeated 2 times. So I forgot to discuss in the beginning of this chapter. This is called the permutation with repeated objects. What it is called? Permutation with repeated objects. If you recall earlier examples, everywhere the given objects were distinct, remember. आपके पास जो ऑब्जेक्ट थे वो सब डिस्टिंक्ट थे. डिस्टिंक्ट मीन्स डिफरेंट. बट यहाँ पे अब गिवन ऑब्जेक्ट से रिपीटेड है, so then there is some different formula. So I'll just spend 2-3 minutes here. So here permutation with repeated objects. So permutation with here you can call that as like objects, like or similar objects. What it is called? Permutation with repeated or like or similar objects. Like or similar objects. That means given objects may repeated hai. For example, see here. I'll take this BOOK. मैंने एक वर्ड ले लिया, उसका लेटर से बुक, इसमें ओ रिपीट हो रहा है. Is it? Here O repeated twice. Now आप चार ऑब्जेक्ट समझ के, सपोज इफ आई टेक ऑल लेटर्स टुगेदर, तो हमारी फॉर्मूला से तो 4p4 4 फैक्टोरियल, दैट इज 24 आना चाहिए, नो? बट दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल हियर. आप देखो, सी हियर इफ आई प्रिपेयर द लिस्ट, one word is this. I'm using all the letters and I'm preparing the words. One is this. Then I can write BOKO. Second one is this. The third one I can write BKOO. The next I can write KBOO. Are you getting me? What I'm doing? I'm preparing different permutations. Permutations means arrangement of how many letters? 4 letters. Using how many letters at a time? All 4 at a time. Right? So one is this. Let me continue. Suppose अब मैं first letter O ले लूँ, then I'll write B, then I'll write O, and then I'll write K. Then यहाँ पे first O रखूँ वापस, then I'll write O here, then I'll write B, and then I'll write K here. Then I'll keep O here, I'll keep again O here, then I'll put K here and B here. Then I'll put O here. Then I can I put BK आ गया, KB आ गया. Then what else I need to do? Now I'll take B here, for example. A position change कर दो. OB, OK, for example. Fine. Then I'll write OB. Then I'll write KO. Then what else can be done now? Suppose I'll take K here, A wala K, then I already taken B here, so अब मैं O रखूँ, फिर वापस O रखूँ, अब B रखूँ, ठीक है? Then I'll keep K here, then I'll keep O here, B here and O here. Fine. Then let me keep K here. For example, what else can be done now? Can you think of? और कुछ बन सकता है यहाँ पे? K रखा मैंने यहाँ पे. Then if I put B here, वो तो यहाँ पे आ गया. अच्छा. If I take O भी आ गया. So now, so I think here अब K के साथ नहीं बनेगा. Let me try with O. So O के बाद B भी आ गया, O भी आया, तो अब K लेना पड़ेगा. Let me take K. OK. Now you are left with what? 2 more letters. OB. Fine. Now suppose मैं यहाँ पे OB और OK कर दूँ, वो आ गया, देखो. Can you have any other possibility? मेरे ख्याल से अब कोई लिस्ट नहीं बन सकता है आगे. You try. You cannot have any other permutations. So what is this? These are the permutations. Permutations means what? Arrangement. Permutations of letters of the word book, उसमें ओ 2 बार रिपीट हो रहा है, रिमेंबर. Of, let me write here, all letters, permutations of all the letters of the word book is how much here? 12. मैंने आपको पहले क्या बोला था कि एक्चुअली इफ ऑल ऑब्जेक्ट्स आर डिस्टिंक्ट तो 4p4 24 आना चाहिए, बट यहाँ पे तो 12 ही हुआ. रिमेंबर क्यों 12 हुआ? क्योंकि यहाँ पे ओ रिपीटेड ट्वाइस. तो अगर आप इसको अलग अलग मान लो, एक को ए और ओ डैश ले लो, तो वापस एक 12 बन जाएंगे, तो 24 हो जाएंगे. सो यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला कौन सा हुआ? टोटल वर्ड्स इक्वल्स टू इनडायरेक्टली ए फॉर्मूला बन गया. विच वन? First to write all possible permutations. How many? 4p4, 4 factorial upon O repeated twice. तो आप 2 बार आ रहे हैं तो 2 factorial लिख दो. So 24 by 2, so 12. So there are 12 permutations. So आपको ये फॉर्मूला यूज़ करनी है. जितना repetitions आ रहा है इतना factorial से डिवाइड कर दो. What I'm trying to tell you is, जितना repetitions आ रहा है इतना permutation से डिवाइड कर दो, तो you'll get the total words or total permutations. If I ask you one more here, suppose you are given this digits, given 1, 2, 3 and 1, और एक बार लिखो suppose 2. Given digits are this. Your all given digits are not different, are not distinct. Remember, different नहीं है. There, 1 repeated twice. Here 1 repeated twice, and 2 also repeated twice. Remember, 2 occurs twice, 1 occurs twice, right? So here, how many? 5 digits numbers can be formed. Now we want to find 5 digit numbers. Remember, we did yesterday, in the last session, such questions. 5 digit numbers, सब digit लेना है. So हम लोग क्या करेंगे? 5 factorial लिख देंगे. 6 है तो 6 factorial लिख दो. यहाँ पे 4 था तो मैंने 4 factorial लिखा. Upon, here upon, कितना occurrences है total? 1 repeated twice, so here upon 2 factorial. 2 repeated twice, so upon 2 factorial. 5 factorial 120. 2 factorial 2, here also 2. So this is how much? 2 to 4, so 30. 35 digit numbers can be formed using these digits, in which 1 repeated twice and 2 repeated twice. So when you have such questions or permutations where some objects are being repeated, then we use such formula. Okay, one more. See, I'll just state the general formula. It's like this here. So here, this is the general formula. Suppose there are n objects. Total number of objects is n. N objects where P1 objects are of same kind. P1 objects are of one kind. ये सब similar है. P2 objects, number of objects, P2 are of similar kind, second kind. और कोई type के हैं. Like वहाँ पे 1 repeated twice, that was one kind. 2 repeated twice, and so on. Suppose PK objects are of kth kind in general. kth type के और कोई type के हैं. Then total number of permutations is equals to, this is the formula as I explained, total objects n, so n factorial. P1 objects are of same kind, so upon P1 factorial. P2 objects are of second kind, so into P2 factorial. And so on. PK objects are of second kind, so upon PK factorial. So this is the formula for total number of permutations with some repeated objects, similar objects. Total, if you have n, then n factorial, p1 are of one kind, p2 are of the other kind, and pk are of the other kind. Like, for example, suppose let's take word, for example, again. Suppose you are given this word. Fine. Now you see, you cannot do directly as we did earlier, but here you have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 letters. There are 5 letters in which A repeated twice. A repeated how many times? A repeated twice. So how many words can be formed using all the letters of the word again? So you can write here total words using all letters of the word, given word again, using all letters, equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 factor, in which A repeated twice, so upon 2 factor. 5 factorial, 120 by 2. So you have 60 here. So 60 words can be formed using letters of the word again, because A repeated twice. Fine. और एक word ले रहा हूँ. Let's try it. The question is find all the words that can be formed using the word. Let me write here. और एक word ले रहा हूँ. Allahabad. Let me take this word. Allahabad. How many letters are there? Total letters पहले गिन लो आप. Total letters कितने हैं यहाँ पे? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So total letters equals to 9. So n equals to 9. So numerator में 9 factorial आ जाएगा. In which now repetition है, like है देखो. 1, 2, 3, 4. So A repeated how many times? 4 times. In which A repeated 4 times. और कोई है repetition? हाँ, there is one more repetition. किसका repetition है? L का. L repeated how many times? Twice. So यहाँ पे कितने words बनेंगे? If you use all the letters of the word Allahabad, if you use all the letters of the word Allahabad, you will get the total words equals to 9 factorial upon A repeated 4 times. So 4 factorial, L repeated 2 times. So 2 factorial. You simplify. This is your answer. Right. How to simplify? Take 9 को कहाँ तक लेके जाओ? 4 तक. 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. 4 factorial चला गया upon 2. So you have here 7560. Just simplify. This many words can be formed using letters of the word Allahabad, where you have some repeated objects. अगर सब distinct होते तो, if all are different, then answer 9p9. Remember 9p9, that's 9 factorial. We are discussed earlier. अगर एक भी लेटर रिपीटेड नहीं है तो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्ट आंसर इज 9p9. रिमेंबर, बट यहाँ पे रिपीटेशन है इसलिए कॉन्सेप्ट लगा है. आई होप यू आर क्लियर विद दिस नाउ. ओके, विद दिस कॉन्सेप्ट नाउ विल कंटिन्यू विद द एक्सरसाइज. हम लोग जो 7.3 कर रहे थे वो वापस चालू करें. वी हैड स्टॉप्ड एट विच नंबर? अप टू 9th we did. So we'll now come to question number 10. So let me continue 10th question here. Question number 10 that you can answer now very easily. How many distinct means different. Now given word is which one? Mississippi. Given word is this. This is a given word. You are given the word Mississippi. How many first will count? So this is a permutation with like objects. सब डिफरेंट नहीं है. रिमेंबर, इसमें रिपीटेशन है. यू कैन सी वेरी इजीली. So total letters कितना है वो गिन लो आप. Total letters, how many letters are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So there are 11 letters. So ये आपका n हो गया. This is n. Right? Repetition है? Yes, there is a repetition. 1. Okay, m तो एक ही बार है, so इसका कोई मीनिंग नहीं है. 2 2. Here s repeated how many times? 4 times. S repeated 4 times. 1 2 3 4. I repeated how many times? Again 4 times. अच्छा, और कोई repetition है? Is there any repetition? और एक भी है P. P repeated how many times? 2 times. Now remaining all are distinct. बाकी सब अलग अलग है. Remaining all are different. Distinct means different. बाकी सब different है. So therefore, the question you read. That the question is something different. Sorry. उसमें लिखा है 4 eyes do not come together. Okay, I'll come to that. But anyway, now so here total words that can be formed using all the letters of the word Mississippi is 11 factorial upon here 4 factorial 4 times 4 factorial p 2 times, so 2 factorial. Right? Now you know how to simplify this. You cannot write the value of 11 factorial. So 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. 4 factorial आएगा, एक कैंसिल हो जाएगा. Upon 4 factorial 24, 2 factorial is 2. So just simplify. If you simplify, you'll get 34,650. This is not asked in the question, remember. I did something extra. एक question में नहीं पूछा है. Okay, this is something you are not asked in the question. Okay, what is asked in the question? How many distinct permutations of the letters of the word Mississippi in such a way that 4 eyes do not come together. All eyes do not come together. सब eyes साथ में नहीं आना चाहिए. So what we do in such questions, first we'll find all permutations. ये मैंने find कर दिया 34,650. Minus we'll get all permutations in which I come together. तो देखो now what I'll do, we'll find all permutations. You will realize at the end, we'll find all permutations. Permutations means arrangement. We'll find all permutations in which all I are together. साथ में रख रहा हूँ. क्वेश्चन में नॉट पूछा है, साथ में नहीं होना चाहिए. मैं साथ वाला काउंट कर रहा हूँ. राइट, नेगेटिव लॉजिक. ओके, तो व्हाट आई विल डू, देखो मैं एक आपको बता रहा हूँ. सी हियर, व्हाट आई विल डू इज M, फिर S, फिर क्या है PP. अब मैं सब आई को साथ में लिख रहा हूँ. 1 2 3 and 4. टोटल 11 हो गया. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. नाउ ये चार आई को मेरे को अलग नहीं करना है. तो आई इमेजिन दिस एज वन ऑब्जेक्ट. राइट, वी क्लब दैट आर द वन ऑब्जेक्ट्स. All these eyes should not be separated. Is clear to you what I'm trying to tell you? मेरे को चार आई को एक ऑब्जेक्ट ही करना है. ये मेरे लिए एक ऑब्जेक्ट हो गया. You imagine, put it in a box. So एक पोजीशन ये हुआ, सेकेंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, सिक्स्थ, सेवेंथ एंड एट्थ हुआ. राइट, सो कितने वर्ड्स बनेंगे? नाउ आपके पास टोटल 8 है. So total words in which all eyes are together, remember, equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and a मेरे लिए एक है. क्यों एक है? क्योंकि मेरे को together चाहिए. 8 factorial upon ए मेरे लिए 1 है, बट इसमें एस कितनी बार आ रहा है? 4 बार, सो अपॉन 4 फैक्टोरियल। पी कितनी बार आ रहा है? 2 बार आ रहा है, 2 फैक्टोरियल। ए 4 बार नहीं गिनना है क्योंकि इसको मैंने एक ही ऑब्जेक्ट मान लिया। रिमेंबर, दिस इज वेरी कॉमन टेक्निक इन परम्यूटेशन। तो इसको आपको अपॉन 4 फैक्टोरियल नहीं लिखना है। यू इमेजिन दैट कि आपके लिए एक ही ऑब्जेक्ट बन गया, सो अलग समझने की जरूरत ही नहीं है। सो दिस आर द वर्ड्स इन विच ऑल आई अकर टुगेदर इज गिवन बाय दिस। नाउ यू जस्ट सिंप्लीफाई। हाउ डू वी सिंप्लीफाई दिस? कैसे सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे? 8 इंटू 7 इंटू 6 इंटू 5 इंटू 4 फैक्टोरियल, ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा अपॉन 2. So just if you simplify, you'll get 840. So there are 840 words in which I are always together. I hope this is clear too. आपको क्या पूछा है? Not together. So required words equals to, required words means what? Words in which I do not occur together. So I'll write total permutations, which you know, minus permutations in which all I are together. समझ में आया? उल्टा लॉजिक लगा हम लोग ने. This is very commonly used technique in permutation. Later on also you'll realize. हम लोग को पूछा है words in which I do not occur together. So मैंने क्या किया? Total permutations count किया. Total permutation आया 34,650 minus permutations in which all I are together. वो आया मेरे पास 840. So do the subtraction. So what will get here? 33,810. This many words are there in which I never be together. I never be together means कैसा हो सकता है? देखो, like this, इसमें कहीं पे ऐसा आ गया, इसमें कहीं पे ऐसा आ गया. जिसमें I together है वो टोटल लिस्ट में से निकल जाएगा. तो we'll get all the permutations in which I never occur together. इसमें एक भी A लिस्ट में I साथ वाला ऐसा वाला एक भी नहीं आएगा. रिमेंबर, ऐसा वाला मीन्स वॉट? ये ऐसा भी हो सकता है, लाइक MSS, फिर यहाँ पे 4 I साथ में आ गया. रिमेंबर, फिर वापस SSPP ऐसा हो गया, लाइक दिस. इसमें देखो I साथ में, ये पूरा बॉक्स इधर शिफ्ट हो गया. अंडरस्टूड? ये सब एक टोटल लिस्ट में से निकल जाएगा. सो विल गेट द 33,810. These are the total number of words in which I never occur together. I hope this is now clear to you. Question number 11, which is also a very interesting question here. So in the 11th question, you are given the word. Given word is here. Given word is here. Permutations. That's a given word. Permutations. There is a given word. Okay. What's the first question there? First, let's count the number of letters. How many letters are there? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it? So there are 12 letters. Now, what's the first question? First question is here, how many words are there? They start with P and end with S. अच्छा, so first position पे P fix कर दिया. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 और ये लास्ट पोजिशन S. ए फिक्स्ड हो गया, इसको आपको टच ही नहीं करना है. ए भी यहाँ पे फिक्स्ड हो गया. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू टच दिस 2 letters. क्वेश्चन में ऐसा लिखा है. रिमेंबर, राइट? दिस मच इज फिक्स्ड. वर्ड स्टार्ट विथ P से स्टार्ट हो रहा है और S पे एंड हो रहा है. सो दिस 2 आर फिक्स्ड. आप इसका पोजीशन बदल नहीं सकते. बचा क्या? अब रिमेनिंग 10 पोजीशंस, ए मिडल 10 पोजीशन, राइट? सो दिस 10 पोजीशंस using which letters? Using letters permutations. So P नहीं लेना है, P तो आ गया. E R M U T A T I O N. कितने हैं? 10 हैं. 3, 6, 9 and 10 with repetitions है. रिमेंबर, with Are they all distinct? No. इसमें कुछ repetition है. In which t repeated twice. t repeated twice. Now आप जब permutation कर रहे हैं तो आपको देखना है कि repetition है कि नहीं. t repeated twice. बाकी सब अलग है. तो how many ways this can be done using this? So this can be done. This 10 positions can be done this many ways. 10 factorial upon 2 factorial. Because t repeated twice here. Okay, so you will get this here. ये दोनों fixed है, खाली middle 10 positions की बात करते हैं, remember. So total words in this case equals to 10 factorial upon 2 factorial. 10 factorial is a big number. You can find it by just multiplication. If you do it by 2, you will get here this much. Crore 81 lakh 4044. This is the required number. This many words can be formed. Remember, it's a very big number, but it is. Remember. Next question, second sub question. Vowels are together. That's given to you. Vowels are together. सब vowels साथ में आना चाहिए. तो ये सब आपको आता है. Vowels को एक object बना दो. What are the vowels here? One is A. Given word में one is A. फिर which one next? E. फिर what is the next one? You know I. फिर O. और कोई है? E भी है. E तो लिख दिया हमने. ओके. A E. U भी है. सो U भी लिख दिया. एक साथ में रखना. इसको एक ऑब्जेक्ट बना दो. बाकी सबका बाजू में लिस्ट बनाओ. P R M T then again T and then NS. Remember. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. ये और आपके लिए एक ऑब्जेक्ट है. So 8. There are 8. Remember. There are 8 objects. इसको स्प्लिट नहीं करना है. वॉवल शुड बी टुगेदर. तो ये आपके लिए एक ऑब्जेक्ट हो गया. एक घूमेगा तो ये पूरा इस साइड जाएगा. पी आगे आएगा लाइक दिस. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. राइट. कंसिडरिंग दिस एज अ one object. Okay. Fine. So how many objects are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So here total words in this case equals to first 8 factorial. कुछ repetition है. देखो, is there any repetition? Yes. T repeated twice. T repeated twice. T repeated twice. So upon 2 factorial. Into, now what is into? That's important. ये जो 5 है, 5 objects, these 5 objects can be rearranged internally. क्योंकि आप पहले ई रख के भी कर सकते हैं, पहले आई रख के भी कर सकते हैं, पहले ओ रख के भी कर सकते हैं. तो हाउ मेनी वेज दिस कैन बी रीअरेंज इंटरनली? दैट इज 5p 5 वेज. ये सब डिफरेंट है. देखो तो 5p 5 कॉन्सेप्ट लगा है. सो 8 factorial upon 2 factorial into 5 factorial. Right? You just simplify this. Your final answer is here 2419200. That's your answer. Just check. I'll just repeat this. Why 5p5? देखो ये कहाँ से है? This much is clear to you. ये जो 5 वोवेल्स है उसको आप इंटरनली परम्यूटेशन कर सकते हैं. मैं u आगे रखो और सब बना दूँ, o आगे रखो ये सब कर दो. तो क्वेश्चन इज हाउ मेनी वेज दिस कैन बी internally rearranged? That is 5p5, which is 5 factorial way. That's why we have this. Last sub question for you. Try it.